Steve. Hey YouTube, any feedback on the video? Let you know what I've been picking up and what I've been playing. It's been quite a lot actually. Been in here quite a lot recently. Been playing quite a few games. Been picking a few bits up. Gameroom's gone through another change. More shelves have gone up, which means more games have come down from the loft, which is great. Probably down to about, I don't know, about 150 up there now. I've brought down quite a lot recently. I was actually counting my games up. I'm up to about 1900s in here, which is amazing really, because my game room's not that big. Obviously I know I've got a lot of shelves up, but bearing in mind the majority of my game collection is Amiga, which obviously takes up a lot of room. All big boxes, and obviously jewel cases as well. So yeah, really happy. I think it's about 800 Amiga games in here. Mad really. But what have I been picking up and playing? First up, Sayonara Wild Hearts. What a game. I recommend anyone checking this out. I really do, I really enjoyed it. It's only a short game. Proper arcade game in my opinion, pick up and play. Reminds me of a bit like Temple Run. Don't know if anyone played that on their mobile phone. But just stunning soundtrack, quite heartwarming the game. A little bit like sort of Sonic 2 when you're sort of on the bonus stage, running into the foreground, sort of picking up stuff. Really decent. I'd say it's only short, but replay value comes with trying to sort of get higher ranks. No, awesome. Really liked it. And then I've been addicted to this game recently. It's Jamestown Plus. I've done a bit of a dodgy download on my PC. I was streaming it the other week, but my laptop was sort of slowing down, so I sort of 1cc'd it on Legendary. But yeah, I think I had quite a bit of slowdown because I was streaming and playing it at the same time. My laptop couldn't handle it, so I've just yeah, bought it on the Switch. It hasn't got a physical copy, which is a shame really, because it is that good. Again, I'd recommend anyone that likes the shooters. It's a bullet hell, but really sort of approachable. So if you're sort of unsure about bullet hells, check this game out, Jamestown Plus. The soundtrack is immense, really decent. But looking around, I've got a few more shooters on the go here. Dodonpachi and Ikaruga. And then I've got another shooter, twin stick shooter on the Vectrex Robot Arena. Absolute quality game. And the great Virtvic made me this twin analog stick. It's really dark. I've had to turn the ISO right down because otherwise the screens look really light. I'll put a picture of that, a better picture of that where it doesn't look so dark. But it's fantastic because Robot Arena is an analog game. So to play it obviously digital, like 8-way, you don't get the full experience from it. You need a twin analog. I'm really happy that Virtvic made me that, and I know he's making different style ones as well, which I'll probably pick up one of those as well. It looks awesome. Now going on to another pickup. Oh, Big Mike put me onto this one. He said there was a pretty cheap CD32 bundle on Spock. And yeah, awesome. Yeah, I picked it up straight away. It was an absolute bargain. But it came with this trackball. Now, it's a PC trackball, but it came with an adapter. So it's like a PS2 old sort of PC adapter to a DB9 plug. And yeah, it's awesome, really. Like, obviously, being a trackball, there's a few games that really sort of take advantage of it. Super Hang-On being one of them. Fantastic mouse game on the Amiga. Evil Garden, the Centipede clone. It just makes things really comfortable, and obviously it saves space where obviously you're not putting it around. So no, really happy with that. Moving on to the arcades. Treasure Island, an old Deco cassette game, was this month's game on the 10-pence arcade. It's not too bad. I don't like some of the cheap deaths you get, but it's interesting. It's very interesting. Again, it's a bit like an old 8-bit computer game, I would say. But yeah, it's alright. This was the last month's game, and I enjoyed it. I don't know why, I got right into it. Radical Radial. It's really strange where you're controlling a tyre through traffic, and there's like shoot 'em up aspects to it as well. Yeah, it's alright. Look, that's the shoot 'em up level where you literally jumping stuff and shooting things. I don't know, I thought it played really nicely. It's a bit sort of, I don't know, not very memorable I guess, but I quite liked it. Had a bit of Neo Drift Out on tonight as well. Love that game. I still prefer World Rally, but it's decent, really decent game. I'm going on to the old Vuelix. Had a bit Super Street Fighter 4 on the go. I do like my Vuelix, I must admit. It's not getting enough love at the moment, but you can only play one thing at a time, I guess. Moving on to the couple of Sega games in a row. I've actually been playing quite a bit of Outrun recently. I've been learning the fastest route. I've had it on the Switch, playing it on the Switch and using save states, learning the actual levels, because I still go with the easiest way, which is right, left, left, left. But the quickest route is right, left, right, right. But it's not necessarily, well, it's not the easiest route, it's just the quickest. And yeah, I've been seeing it going that route. I had a really quick time earlier, but I literally crashed on like the last corner. Otherwise it probably would have been about 4 million points more, which would have been my highest score. And then had a bit of Shinobi. Still Shinobi's in now. I'm going to put Bishi Bashi back in there soon. Now onto the shelves. Obviously last time I saw you, or last time you saw me, the shelf went up to sort of there above the Outrun, and now I've gone right round up to the Dark Machine and beyond above, and obviously the hit squads are taking over up this end. I've even got a few C64 games, in fact my whole C64 collection down, which is not huge, but I mean a lot of these games I grew up with. Like, these are my actual games, although it's actually my brother's games. I always remember he put like numbers on a lot of the spines for some reason, no idea why. But yeah, it's cool to have them down. Another box out the loft, and as I say, doing really well with the hit squads at the moment. I think there's only probably about 20 left. And I've still never shown that. That's my Sigma super gun. Still not really using it, but I'll get round to that. But the last pickup up this end is this awesome clock. I know a lot of you guys would have seen it on Nintendo Arcade Alex's videos. What were the odds? Outrun coming up. Obviously it's got a little Raspberry Pi in there, and it just sort of scrolls random arcade GIFs. It's absolutely awesome. Sometimes I just sit myself down here and just watch it. Bit sad like that. Awesome bit of kit though. And then we've got obviously all the Amiga games. They're not going anywhere soon. So yeah, really happy with the Gameroom at the moment. I'm at complete max with the amount of games I can fit in here. I can't fit any more shelves in here. I really can't. I'll probably put a few more display bits up on there, but other than that, yeah, I'm at max. So that is almost Gameroom complete, I think. I don't think there's going to be many more things. As I always say, there's probably about another 30 Amiga games I want to grab, probably sort of plus 20 hit squads, probably about 50 altogether. And then yeah, it's sort of going to be not necessarily one in, one out. I'll probably shoe on a few other bits in, but let's get on to a few pickups anyway. Right, let's go on with some pickups. I haven't really got that much, really. I've probably got about 12 Amiga games, couple of Super Nintendo, which is again unusual for me, some vinyl, a bit of Amiga hardware that's back in the collection after I sold one years ago, and some vinyl. So we'll start with the Data Discs vinyl. First up being Gunstar Heroes. I already own this, but not the limited edition one. Pete on a retro tip was shifting some of his, and yeah, really glad to add it. I mean, again, I think there's only about 4 limited editions I don't have, and I've just picked up another 2 which I don't actually have yet. So yeah, I think maybe 2 more, and then that'll be I would have caught up, because I very rarely miss out on any of the limited editions when they release them, such as this one, Shenmue 2. Again, still not open this one. Gunstar Heroes is open, so I did give that a little go. But yeah, not overly familiar with the Shenmue soundtracks, to be honest. But again, as I've said a million times before, I'm in with Data Discs. They can release anything. They can release like Cliff Richard, and I'll probably buy it. And then I've got the lovely. This is like the pack for the Shenmue 2 and the Shenmue 1. Like the box for it. So yeah, it's not too bad. It's a little bit plain, if I'm honest, but it does look cool. Again, gotta have it in the collection. So that with the vinyl out of the way, let's grab on to some Super Nintendo. And as I said before, I picked up I can't remember if it was on my last video, but I picked up a box for, what was it? Super Mario World. Yeah, I finally got a box for Super Mario World. I'd say there was 4 games, and oddly enough, I've picked up boxes for 2 other carts I just had. First one being Zombies Ate My Neighbours. Or is it just zombies on here? Looks like it's just zombies on the Super Nintendo. Never knew that. So yeah, it's not, by all means, it's not mint. I don't know why I'm doing that, because it's in a box protector. It's probably full of glare. I can't be bothered to get it out, but it's not perfect. I don't know if you can see that. There's a bit of a rip on the side, but I gave it a bit of an eye, and it's not too bad. And then this one, I thought this one was an absolute bargain, to be honest. I'm sure it was only about, was it 50 or 60 quid? It was 50 or 60 quid posted. Again, I already had the cart, and it's Super Metroid. Now, it's honest, it's again not a minter. I'd still say it's in pretty good nick. I mean, obviously there's edge wear around the flappage. Do you know what I mean? By all means, not a minter, but it is, I think it's pretty nice, to be fair. I think it is pretty nice. It came with the guidebook. So I remember sending Tootie a message. I wasn't sure if it came with an instruction book as well. But apparently not. Literally just comes with the player's guide, which again is very honest. There's a bit of a crease down there, but having this might make me play it, because I know it's a very highly rated game. I know Alex, good friend of mine, absolutely loves it, and that's what we do, isn't it? We want to play what mates are playing. So I think having the player's guide, I think I'm really gonna give it a go this year and see where I can get. And I can't get this back in the box now. Oh, I want to do. I'm going to get it back in. Oh, there we go. Right, we're back in. Don't want to screw that up. But yeah, I get a funny feeling it was 50 quid posted. 50. It was definitely no more than 60 quid posted. I know that for a fact. And Zombies, just for the box, was only about, it was under a tenner posted, Zombies, because he said it wasn't in the best condition. So pretty much gave it to me, to be honest. Really cheap. What should we go on to now? I've got Amiga. I'm going to leave the MegaDrive pickup till last. Bit of an extravagant one. Let's go with Amiga hardware. Absolute bargain. Again, this is from, it wasn't the same bundle that Big Mike sent me, but he did send me this as well. It's really strange. Like, I picked up a CD32 bundle, and then the same guy listed this like a week later. And I remember when I was there, I sort of said, "Oh, do you have anything else?" And he was like, no, that's pretty much it. Like, really nice guy, to be fair. Really nice guy. And yeah, it's an analogic floppy drive for the CD32. I literally, I still haven't cleaned this up. It's a little bit grubby in places, but that'll all clean off. And basically, yeah, it slots on in the expansion port at the back of the CD32, and obviously gives you a floppy drive. And it also gives it's got an RGB output as well. I remember having that cable. To be honest, I'll definitely keep it. I remember I didn't use it much before because it was so ugly, but I remember getting a cover made. If I find it, I'll put a picture. I'll put a picture of that cover, but I remember selling it all because it's just so ugly, because it just doesn't... I don't understand why the case was put in this colour when the CD32 isn't. And I remember Beeps, I think he sprayed his, or I know he painted it and put a Gotek in it, I believe. Because I always remember Neil at RMC, he used like Beep's idea. It was quite good, and I think he'd done a very similar thing. So yeah, really cool to add that. Massive thanks to Mike. Again, absolute bargain. I remember years ago I'm sure they were about 80 quid to buy them. Like, I don't know if they're new or refurbished, because it's a company, this Analogic, they're based in Kingston upon Thames, which isn't far from me. And they're always listing them, but they list them on eBay now for about, I think they're like about 180 quid. And that was 50 quid. So, yeah, I'll pick that up all day long. And that one will probably stay, because I've got a habit now with Amiga hardware. I'm trying not to keep two of everything, because obviously I don't need that. And I've actually got the CD32 up for sale now. But again, there was a few bits I wanted out of it. So it was just a really good deal. But I'll probably end up keeping that. Right, onto the Amiga games. Again, about 12 I've got down here. And some of them are in pretty poor condition. I mean, I don't like, as a lot of people know, I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't mind patina, but some of these definitely will be upgraded when I can. But I mean, any other Amiga collectors out there, I mean, I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't think there's that much around at the moment. Like, maybe the stuff I'm after now is obviously a bit rarer maybe, but anyway, we've got Shaq Fu on the Amiga. This only got a 1200 AGA version, I believe, and as I say, it's got a bit of edgeware everywhere. It's not brilliant. I'd be lucky to give that a 6, maybe even a 5. It's not a great game, I know, but it's Ocean, and I needed it for the Ocean collection. Again, not many Ocean games left. I'm actually toying with the idea of getting I think I've got the AGA versions of most, but some got an AGA version and a normal 500 version, and I'm half tempted to get them both. If not, I might just get all the AGA versions and move on the other versions, the less powered versions, if you like. What else have we got here? Oh, this was quite a nice one actually. R-Type 2. Did I show this on my pickup last time? I don't think I did. But yeah, R-Type 2. I remember talking to Big Mike. I slagged it off. I was like, I never liked it because the frame rate was a bit slow. But it's not bad actually. When I went back to it, it was actually better than I remembered. And I absolutely love that artwork. It's been a long time getting this. I mean, it's not an expensive game. When they come up for buy it now, people usually want about 50, 60 quid, but I won this in auction for about 25. And Shaq Fu, even Shaq Fu was about 20, 25 delivered, which again, I haven't really seen it sell, so I don't know if that's good or bad, but I just hadn't seen it come up in ages, so I just pulled the trigger. I think it was about 26 delivered, something like that. I think I offered something like 22, and it was about 4 quid post. So yeah, I'm sure it was about 26, and that was about 25. So yeah, pretty happy with that. These couple of ones, this was from actually a trade from Retropixels. Retropixels, obviously a big Amiga dealer. I think she collects herself as well, but I'd say it was more of a trade because she had a lot of hit squads. Because even though her prices are quite expensive, she gave me a decent trading price with what I was obviously trading. And obviously with the hit squads, most of them are not even worth the postage. So if I can bundle them all from the same place, I will. But she had a couple of non-hit squads I wanted as well. This one being Time Scanner. And I know this is obviously a pinball game, but I've never actually played it. I know it's pretty old, so I'm not expecting sort of Pinball Dreams, Pinball Fantasies level. But it's a Sega game, so yeah, as part of the Sega franchise, had to have that one. I'm running out of room already. And then next up, a game that I didn't know too much about, but again, I was looking at sort of what else she had, because I'm thinking if I can bundle other stuff through, then great. But I'd never heard of this one, and it's from Broaderband, which they published, or I don't know if the publisher or the developer. I'm not really sure. I don't know if they did both. Actually, I think they're the developer, and Domark is the publisher. I know they sort of collaborated quite a lot with things like Prince of Persia. There's probably a few others as well. But anyway, let's get to the game. Typhoon Thompson. Now, this was rated, I think it was over 8 on Lemon Amiga. And that's like my Bible when it comes to game rating, because there's a lot of people that put their votes in. So I think it gives a fair reflection of what of how good it is, I suppose. Yeah, really, it's all right. It's like a shooter. But a bit of a strange shoot. I'll chuck some footage in the corner. I haven't given it much of a go yet, but it's not too bad from what I have played. Next up, another shooter. I believe I had the prequel to this in my last video. This obviously being the sequel, Sidewinder 2. It's awful, really. I mean, it's playable, don't get me wrong, but Sidewinder, even though again there was another one I slagged off, because I thought it was really slow, but it was actually not a bad game, really playable. Sidewinder 2 isn't. Luckily it wasn't very expensive. I was expecting it to go for around 30-40 quid, but I'm sure I won it for about 18, something like that. And Typhoon Thompson, I mean, Pixels wanted like 60 quid for that. She'd always knock 10% off straight away, but obviously the trade, the stuff I traded her didn't owe me much, so it's a bit like CEX credit, if you like. Next up, this one. Another one, Big Mike put me onto this one. He said, "Are you watching it?" And I remember seeing it, but I sort of overlooked it. And it's Action Fighter. Now, again, it's not a very good game. It's not a very good game at all. In fact, I remember, I think, was it Respray or was it Kicks that re-released this? I can't remember. I can't remember who done the budget, but I remember back in the day wanting the budget label from a shop round Wells Road. And I remember my dad saying at the time, he said, no, like he looked into the reviews and it was rubbish. So he never bought it for me. But again, being a Sega game, it's got to come in. It's got to come into the collection. And I think that's why I sort of missed it, because there was nothing obvious on the box sort of saying Sega. And I think that's why I overlooked it. Even though it was on my list of games, I just sort of, looked past it. But yeah, thanks Big Mike. He gave me the heads up, and I think it was the best part, 35 quid that. So yeah, not really cheap. Let's chuck them down there. We'll come back to them. Now, this one come in a bundle. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I wanted it a lot cheaper than I got it for. Ended up being 80 quid the bundle, but it had a hit squad in there that I really wanted. Parasol Stars. I'm looking up there. I don't know why, but well, no, it's up there. But I'm not going to get it down and show you. What I'm going to do a big hit squad video when I get either all of them or close to. I'll do a hit squad video. But I don't own this one. There was 3 Turtles games released for the Amiga, all absolutely atrocious. But I like the art, so yeah, I'll keep it in there again, even though it's not the best. And it's a box I've seen quite a lot, and it's usually battered. But yeah, as part of an 80 quid bundle, I think there was about 6 or 7 games in there. So I suppose when you look at it like that, it was probably about 12 quid each, which isn't bad. And it wasn't bad for the hit squad either, to be fair. Let's stand that one up. Like the artwork on that. Moving on to another Sega game. In fact, the next 2 are Sega games. Not very good in my opinion. First up being Outrun Europa. Now this game seems to have gone up as well. I don't know, I just remember this being really cheap. I suppose most Amiga games, I've been doing it for so long now, I always expect most Amiga games to be pretty cheap, but I mean this cost me about 30 quid delivered. I thought it was in a lot better condition than what it is. There's a bit of concavage there on both sides. The guy, I don't know, I thought he sort of oversold it, to be honest. We were sort of back and forth, because again it was in a bundle and I asked if he'd separate it, and he sort of asked how much I'd offer, and I sort of offered about 20, I think I offered like 20 quid for it, which I didn't think was bad, and it did look really nice in the bundle, even though you didn't really see much of the pictures. And he sort of come back and he was like, no, 40 quid, because it's really nice, he said. And I was like, no, I said 35 posted, that's my limit, as he said it was really nice, and it's just not, it's not in that nice condition at all. I'm not going to go back, I can't really be bothered now, if I'm honest. Again, it's got patina, which I like, but obviously I don't want to be, in my opinion, I paid a premium for an average condition game. But again, another Sega one off the list, as well as this one. I don't think there's many Sega games left I'm after. I think there might be about 4. I know Scramble Spirits is one, Afterburner's another, the big box, and I'm sure there's a few others. But we've got SDI, which I don't know much about it, I must admit. Looking at the screenshots, it doesn't look like my sort of game. It looks more like a sort of a space simulator, but it's really nice condition. I think I've done this one I made an offer for about, I think it's about 12 quid delivered. Really happy with that. It's in really nice condition. I'm pretty sure it was an arcade game, SDI. Correct me if I'm wrong. Again, I know nothing about it, but something tells me it's actually an arcade port, even though looking at it, it doesn't look like an arcade game. But yeah, happy to add that. Now this last one was a game I can't believe I don't own. I've got it in a few compilations, I think. Again, this one sort of fluctuates in price. I got this at a really good price, to be fair. Again, it's not a minter by any means. It's got, in fact, again, be lucky to get a 4 or 5 in my book out of 10. But it was really cheap. It was only like, I think it was like 10 quid delivered, like really cheap, and it's another world. It all works. Very honest copy. I mean, I haven't even cleaned it. It actually feels a little bit dusty. I should give it a bit of a clean. I don't think I'm going to get much out of it if I iron it. Sleeve, bit of damage on the sleeve. Looks like there's been some sticky tape that's been torn off at some point. But yeah, for 10 quid posted, another world. I mean, usually what, 30, 40 quid game in all right condition. Obviously Minter's probably even more. But it's a classic Amiga game, iconic Amiga game that wasn't in my collection, has been on my list for God knows how long. To be honest, I was just being a bit tight on it because it's such a popular game that I expected to get it in a bundle, and it just hasn't happened. And then we've got 2 games from Angelo, the guy that does the reproduction Amiga games. He does a great job with them. I say reproduction, obviously they are reproduction, but they're like fan re-releases. It's not like he's trying to copy the original boxes. He puts his own spin on it with some of the art and everything else, his own little stickers. And he always does me a really good deal. He'll send me a message and say, look, I've got these if you're interested, and they're always cheaper than a lot cheaper, because he lists a few on eBay. And yeah, they're just, I mean, how many have I got now? I've got 7 Amiga games now, like with these 2. Sorry, 8 Amiga games with these 2. There's a few more I wouldn't mind. I love it when he does the homebrews, like he did with Tiny Bubble. Neither of these are homebrews, but they are really rare and expensive games. First one being Persian Gulf Inferno. It's a game that I've never played, but I know Mark, Burnt Out Culture, has got a lot of nostalgia for it and swears by it. So yeah, for the sake of, I think he does these for around 20-25 quid each. Obviously bundles postage, and he does such a nice job with them. As I say, I love it when he does the homebrews. I'd love for him to do. I actually sent him a list because I know he does like C64 ones as well. I'd love him to do Space Taxi, even like a re-release of like the new Sensible World of Soccer. Although obviously he does worry about licensing issues, which is not surprising, being that it's still who owns it. I have no idea who owns it, to be honest. But anyway, the other game being PP Hammer and his pneumatic weapon. So it's really late now and I've got really dry throat. I haven't even got a drink now, but I'm starting to lose my words. Really good game, really decent game, pretty rare. I think you're looking to spend about 160, 170 quid for the full release box by Demonware. I've actually got the budget release, which I think even that cost me about 30 quid, the jewel case of this. But yeah, still sealed. In fact, a few of his ones still are sealed. I've got no reason to open it at the moment, really, because if I wanted to play it, I've got the budget. Let's chuck this over it. Right, what have we got left? We've got the last pickup now. Now, I'd be interested to know what you guys think. I mean, I don't mind being made fun of. I really don't. In fact, I quite like it, to be honest. I love the banter. But a lot of you, if you follow me on Instagram, you might have a clue of what I'm going to show you. To be honest, I want to know more. I would like to know if you think I'm a complete mug. If you think I'm just absolutely stupid for getting this. Now, everyone that knows me, I don't like paying scalpers prices for anything. And I'm sort of blaming Pete on a retro tip. He'd done a great review on this game. That might give you a clue. And I was sort of steering clear of it all, to be honest. The game looked all right. It's a beat 'em up. I like beat 'em ups. It's for the MegaDrive. I love the MegaDrive. But I missed the boat on it, and it was being re-released anyway. Obviously, Watermelon Games, another clue. You all know what it is. Done an absolutely shocking job of bringing this out, leaving everyone in the lurch. A lot of people didn't think it was going to come out, but fair play that they did end up bringing it out, because they could have run off with everyone's money. Everyone, I think, expected it, and out of nowhere came emails to say it's been dispatched. So fair play to them on that. But even then, I was still like, yeah, not really interested, until Pete done that stupid poxy review. And it was the arcade stick that sold it. So let's show you what we got. I'm only going to show you the box. I'm not opening it right now. I've been busy all week playing Outrun and everything else. I still haven't opened it. But it's the Grand Stick 3. I don't know why it's Grand Stick 3. No idea. Maybe there was a couple of prototypes. But it was on eBay. It's also cost me a 3-day eBay ban for dealing outside eBay, which they were quite clever to be fair. I didn't send my phone number or anything like that. But the guy wanted 530 quid for this. Crazy price, in my opinion, obviously. And I offered him 400 and he come back with like 510. And I sort of said, well, no. I said, I don't mind picking it up and paying cash. I said, that'll save you some fees, which obviously eBay don't like to hear. And then I gave him my... Oh no, he said he wanted the Punisher. He said he was saving up for the Punisher, some high-end MegaDrive games. He didn't say the Punisher at first, he just said high-end MegaDrive games. And I sent him a link to my YouTube channel. I said, look, I might be up for some trades if you're interested, knowing that pretty much most of the stuff I've got, like obviously the MegaDrive games, I can easily replace, I suppose. But no, he said no, he just wants the cash. And he got hold of me on YouTube and on my Instagram and said, yeah, 450. If you want to do 450, come and grab it. I was like, yes. So yeah, went and got it. And whilst I was on the way there, he even said he had the game, the limited edition game. So I thought about, because he said he wanted 250 for it. I was looking on. I had a quick little look on eBay. It looked like a couple of them sold for 250, but that was buy it nows. Again, mugs like me, I'm guessing. Maybe people just trying to inflate the price. But it looked like I saw another couple that sold. I think one for like 140 odd, another for sort of 180 odd. And the guy said he would go down to 200. Oh no, actually, I think I offered that. I think I offered 200, thinking more. I think the re-release is like $129, but who knows what sort of shipping costs you're going to get on that with the mental Brexit prices we seem to be getting. So I thought 200 quid, done, dusted. I'd done overtime the other week. It was an easy job. That's how I was justifying it. Made a little bit of money on that. Well, we'll make a little bit of money on the CD32 I'm getting rid of. Another way of justifying it, I guess. But yeah, got the game as well. Comes with like a manga, comic, and postcards. So yeah, 650 quid. I mean, how much did you pay for it, Pete, when you backed it? I think it was under 100 quid, wasn't it? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But I don't know. I just like the gimmicky thing about the arcade stick with the whole speaker in it, and it interacts with the game. I like that apparently there's an LED button that flashes when you've got the pill thing, and I don't know, the power-ups and that. Oh, I don't know. I mean, if I'm honest, and as I say, somebody could look at this video in a couple of years' time and be like, how wrong could you be? I reckon it's going to hold its value. Not that, do you know what I mean? We're not in for it for that, but it sort of, I don't know, I think it eases something in my mind that have I well overpaid for something, and then obviously the day after it goes straight down in price. Nobody wants to do that, even if you're not thinking about selling it. Do you know what I mean? Having all this stuff, the arse can fall out of it any minute. I don't want that to happen. Of course I don't. I'm not looking to sell it, but you don't want a big collection to obviously be worthless. So regardless whether you're selling or not, you still want it to be worth something. And I think that will only go up. They've only made 500 units. I don't think the game's going to go up. I think I've overpaid on the game, but the arcade stick, I actually think that will prove to actually be quite a good investment. But let us know what you think. Anyway, boys, I've rabbited on for long enough. I'm going to cut this here. I'll catch up with you soon, YouTube. And I will be coming back with Hit Squad videos. I've still got my diagnosis video to do. I've got so much to do, but as I say, the pickups are going to be coming down a bit more, and I'm going to be heading towards more sort of collection vids. I might do more streaming as well as top game vids. I'm going to come back to them. I really am. Anyway, until next time, YouTube. Tomorrow night, in fact, when this goes out tonight, I'm going to be on Danester's live stream. I'll catch up with you then. Take care.